Gentlemen and ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was the Silent Speedster. So, the Silent Speedster is basically a most fastest person in the entire universe or metaverse or whatever. Like, basically, he could outrun the Flash, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Quicksilver, and any character. And yeah. So that's what, if you want him to be his own separate character. But in this what if, reason why Zuko is why I picked that is because you always see him like running around. So without further ado, let's jump right into the what if. And yes, I am adding Zoomy into this what if, but I am changing or should I say, adding the Inko's powers, or quirk, is called mute. Basically, what I mean is basically whatever she like looks at and or like feels, she can take away sound, talking, hearing, talking in outer or like out voice and the inner voice, and can't even hear anybody else. So yeah, so let's begin. Zuko and Zumi been born, and Zuko was born with the speed, basically, of light. Or so basically in this alternate universe thing, I forgot to mention, there is no speed force, so Zuko has infinite speed. So, yeah. So, a time skip to age of 4. So, yeah. So, so Momo ends up, during on the very first, like, or third day, or no, when they were 3 years old, Momo actually had a crush on him. He didn't actually have friends. He just had his sister, his parents, and that was it. So Momo had a crush on him. And reason why there's two of the same, almost similar pictures is because I accidentally, like, hit doubled on it. So, without further ado, let's continue. So, at age of 4, the Quark Doctor tells Zumi that she has Quark and she can become a pro hero. And he looks over at Zuko, I meant, and told him that he's Quarkless. As Inko, Whom, and Nasashi, after the Quark Doctor's office, they were so before they abandoned him. Any last words? As Zuko's crying, she doesn't want his voices to be taken away. As Inko took away his voice or his sound, so there's no one could ever hear him, see him, or no one could hear him coming. But Zuko has the infinity speed, so infinite speed, and they when they tried to put a bell on him, but the bell didn't ring. So Zuko doesn't have any friends left. As Zuko, when he goes to Quarkless school and everybody's like, man, he's so quiet. As he's like, looks at them. As he's like, huh. Or, no, actually, he shrugs his shoulders. So, it's gone on long enough for All Might. Or so, a time skip. Zuko did pass all of his classes and all that stuff. But because he was quirkless, he had nowhere else to go. But then his body reacted. As Zuko couldn't become a hero, so he became an anti-hero. But no one could even see him coming. It's like if a Flash, yeah. Yeah. As the crime rate went down to 0. Like, basically, it was normal, like, crime rate stuff. But then when this new anti-hero came, the crime rate dropped to 0. Like, beep. Clean as a whistle thing. As he was so fast that even no one could see him. So, yeah. He moves around too quick. Plus, because his talking was his limit, or sound for him was actually his limit. So when Inko took that away, he's now unlimited. Like, he has power, or his speed could go up to I'll just say really, really fast. like faster than Flash, or like 20 flashes, or yeah, faster than light itself, but times 9.5 sextillion tons fast. Yeah, that's, so not even cameras could pick up what he is. Yeah. So a time skip to All Might versus All for One. As All Might was down, but not out. As Zuku's looks over at the TV and sees it live feed. As Zuko does the same thing. Hing. Hing. But then he just straight up, because he doesn't make sound, so all the pro heroes are like, he's gonna die, as All Might's gonna, or Symbol of Peace is gonna die. We're all too busy with dealing with the villains, as they don't hear any sound. But then, out of nowhere, boom, as All for One just disappears. Without a trace. Where did he go? Zoom! Zuko was fast. Yeah, like he was so fast that even he brought All for One all the way to the abandoned islands. And as Zuko ran all the way across the world, faster and faster, like how the Flash was doing it around the world again. As he ends up hitting over a hull, or no, All for One, as blood gushing through. Like, All for One's his quirk wasn't regenerating fast enough, or to keep up. As they see, or as a kid and with electricity powers looks right at All for One. As you know how, like, a Flash, like after he runs, he has that vibration stuff. Well, Zuko's used it, and like and grabs the search quirk out of All for One, because he vibrated his molecules so fast that even he grabs Ham's quirks right out of a human body without ever doing physical damage. So yeah, as he puts it in his pocket, as he kills All for One, as he takes All for One's helmet, zoom, as the, yeah, as the, and All Might was looking around, but he didn't realize. But then a All for One's helmet hits him in the head. On top of a head. Boom. Yeah. So, and then when it fell and rolled, as All Might can't believe it, the silent speedster has now committed his curse crime. So then, yeah. So after that, the next day, the pro heroes are trying to figure out how can they apprehend this speedster Herm. Because, or silent speedster that is faster than that we can't even see him. So then the Zuko goes faster and faster. So the so Bunny Girl had a plan. How about make a like one of those custom jail things and modify it with just electric and to neutralize it. Think about it. As it goes, could outrun anyone, so they set up traps. Azuku was like, he ran so fast that even like, yeah, as the crime rate went down, all the way to zero. Like, basically, if it was normal and then all the way drops down to zero. As the pro heroes are like, we need to capture him right now. So then they do, or let's say they do, then they unmasked him. So, but they need to catch up with him. As, yeah, they see him teleporting, but really, in reality, he's just moving so fast. Okay, where? Yeah, traps are ready. Yep. Okay. So then they He, so then they push the button, and then and but the trap was too slow. Or actually, it stuns him to siphon off. As they see two glowing red eyes, or no, green eyes. He's even on him. As not Inko, Zumi could see as she says, "Brother, is that you?" As she remembers that her mother took away his voice, so he can't talk. As the, yeah, Zucker's speed, he zips around the entire Pro Heroes. As he knocks them all out. How can we stop someone that's... As Zumi went to her bedroom, because let's say dorms were all augmented earlier, and she went to her bedroom and she cried. She can't believe that her own brother is the silent speedster that even like, yeah, the entire time. So, yeah, as Momo Class 1A went up, and she's like, I know, or actually Momo says, I know that as, let's say, who would be a good, or so, let's say, not Eraser, or not All for One. Let's say Bunny Girl. Hey, here. Let's say she basically tested, or she actually went and asked the scientists that were about who are we going to deal with? Like I know there's that Speed Force, or no, Speed, or Silent Speedster still on the loose. But his true identity is called Zuko Midoriya, based on, yeah. So, what do you got? Any why Zuko has this Speed Force thing, or speed? As science says, or no, scientist says, well, it's called unlimited speed, where it has a downside. But based on what we did, like all the students 3 years old on back then, and Zuko was just the vibrations was similar to all of us. But then something happened in the family, And the when we checked again, it was, but for today's is it was as lame. Yeah. But it will affect, as she tells, or as a scientist tells Bunny Girl, that it will affect the, and why does he make any sound? As Asashi, let's say Asashi was there, or actually, let's say Asashi calls Inko, and man, he chewed her out. Like, basically told her that the Inko, why did you take away our son's voice or sound? Well, he, he was born quirkless. That doesn't mean that you have to take away his sound. All of this is, is done by, because I'm at the I'm at the lab thing, and you're her son. You know that silent speedster that keeps, like, rumors being, he runs around? Yeah? That's our son, Zuko Midoriya. And Zuko does have a quirk. It's just basically, is flame manipulation. But because he can't use it, because he needs sound on to, like, yeah. So he's basically, yeah. So Inko, or actually, let's say one of the scientists tells Sasashi and Inko that your son isn't quirkless at all. Actually, the quirk doctor lied to you. So he has similar quirk to your sister, or to your daughter, but he can't use it. As Inko, who has tears coming down her face, as she can't believe that all of this was her fault. She couldn't, or she doesn't, she, like, hated herself. Oh, because she blames herself so much. So, yeah. Zuko blames, or nobody, as Inko was about to commit suicide thing, because how much pain, but Zuko came right at the perfect time and chopped the rope off around Inko's neck, as he grabs her and slams her onto the wall, as he puts handcuffs on her, and he did write down the Inko, it's not your fault, as he hugs his own mother, or actually, let's say he just wrote down the, as Inko looks up at him and hugs him, as Zuko, or as Inko gives Zuko back sound. As he still has the powers to go really fast though. But because he can now use fire quirks and he now has a limit. But as as Inko tells Zuko that I didn't realize that the Quirk Doctor lied to you about, or lied to us about that. As he says, that's okay. He yeah. So Zuko joins Class 1A, or actually, because he has nothing else better to do, except for going to and making the Court Doctor pay. So he ends up going all the way to where the Court Doctor was at. And in his lab, as the Nomus were all, let's see, as a bunch of Nomus were there ready to ambush him. But Zuko took him out really quick. So as the Court Doctor is terrified, as Zuko says, it's time for you to die. Or make you pay for what you did. You lied to me? And Zuko, blows off the Court Doctor's arms and legs so that he can't get anywhere. As he lifts up the Court Doctor, as he says, any last words before I turn you into the custody? So, as Zuko so the Court Doctor already activated a nuclear bomb. That was about way over on the other side. As he's like, really? As Zuko ran really fast all the way to Alcatraz, or the Tartarus thing, and ran all the way back, grabs a nuke, puts it on his back as he ran, and so fast that even he somehow used his own flames quirk to take away his own voice. So that when as Zuko launched himself like a rocket into outer space, as Zuko takes off the nuke and throws it, as it goes off, boom, as Zuko, they all thought Zuko was dead. But Zuko crash landed right onto water, right into the sea. As Zuko gets up, as he puts his own voice back, man, that was a surprisingly crash landing. As Zuko ran back, they all thought he was dead. So they had a burial things or tombstone. But then Zuko, or so, the as all my, so Zumi ends up telling, or so a time skip to overhaul thing, or let's say during or after the or no, before overhauled. Zuko came out of nowhere as a voice comes out, or so everybody's like terrified that nobody is tries so hard. But then Zuko tells Zumi, or no, so they're like all terrified, like Zumi's in Aries is about to get crushed and killed. As a voice comes out of nowhere, "Get away from my little sister, you creep." As Zuko, who used his full power to the max, as he ran so fast that even as he kicks Overhaul with enough force, boom. Yeah, that would have probably killed the guy. As Zuko grabs Aries and Zumi and ran all the way back. Zoom! Zoom! As he's beating up all Overhaul with enough force. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You do not want to know what happens when he gets angry. And yeah. So when Zuko was, as firelight, fire bright, boom. Yeah. Zuko used like every fire-based attacks and combines it with his speed. And he was a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. If you ever come up with a power with those two, what would it be called? Me? Called Meteor. Her burst, basically. So the Meteor burst is a strong, powerful power that he has currently. As he basically extended his own life. So when Momo heard, or actually when Momo saw her boyfriend and be all super fast, she still loves him so much that even yeah. So yeah. After he was done, and then Momo runs up to him and kisses him right on the forehead. Or actually, yeah. As she basically, or actually, she's so happy to see him. As he's like, yeah. So then everybody's like, man, with your speed, plus you're the only one that actually dropped the crime rate to 0. Went from average, normal stuff to like zero. There was nothing. Yeah. Hey. So, I'm gonna grab some lunch as be right back. As Zuko just runs off. Um. Hum. Yeah. Zuko was running so fast that even like he found a burger place and he got like burgers, chicken nuggets, and like yeah, and then he came right back. Or people are still standing around like, wait, what? How did you do that? The I don't know. Is they're like, man, how? And Hankman's like, I like you. You should be a pro hero. Yeah. And plus, everyone as everyone that sees Ziku's superhero costume, and they all like he already has a name or his superhero name, and that would be Silent Speedster. Or if you really, it would be to say it's called Silence. Yeah. So everybody actually, or so all the citizens, when they saw this new guy that is does the pro heroes' jobs, um, they see him as a true pro hero, or no, a true hero that they worship him as a lord, as he doesn't need money, fame, or anything like that. He's just doing his job to protect the citizens. So everybody was like, yeah, we all like you. As everybody says that to Zuko. As you're more popular with you're the first youngest student or kid that ever became a pro hero or a anti-hero that is, yeah. So Momo decided to like, so she gets married to Zuko, and she chose him because they have a, or so Momo's is has this weird, no, her family is wants her to marry someone, so like basically forced upon her. That's like, yeah. So Zuko, oh, she actually does love. So when she got married to him, the he was pretty much the only one that truly understands. And or actually Momo understands him better than anyone. So yeah, when they had kids, they basically the kids had the similar speeds to their father in like physically, and also they can think infinity amount of times. Like he, or basically, they can create stuff that's similar to like what Momo's quirk. But they, yeah, they both have similar to what if Todoroki has. But instead of fire and ice, it's the fire and creative. Yeah. So when they moved around so fast that even Momo's is like, I'm so tired of this. Ezuku always had to grab them, as to like change their diapers and all that stuff. It's like, man, having this little speedsters around is a real pain in the butt. Yeah. But thank goodness we don't have one thing. What? You know how like my mother has that like cancel sound thing? Yeah. If they if one of us did have it, we would not use it on them. Cause you know how you know how I was? Yeah. As she remembers him as she remembers why he Zuko is the fastest one in the entire world before. Yeah. He outbeats Tenya by a lot. He outbeats every speedster. Even the cars were like, sorry, dude. That's how fast he's. Yeah. He could phase through buildings because of that. And yeah. So Momo ends up like walks around with the two kids, the two little speedsters, to like teach them that basically the yeah, as Zuko is runs around doing like shopping stuff, and yeah, everybody sees him as like, man, I'm surprised that you're not a like full-time one. I'm half-time pro hero. Yeah, as everybody, he even gets like, because the discounts that he gets is like, man, as he could outrace the race cars. Zoom, zoom. Yeah. So now, yes, the Zuko is pretty fast. So like, yeah. So his parents are happy that he's married, but they were kind of sad that they canceled his own, like, basically being a pro hero, this stuff. Oh, so Nezu actually tells Zuko that I know that Inko, whom took away your voice before, and you were the only one that you actually dropped the villains all the way to 0%. Or you actually protected all of us that goes up to 100%. So it's basically a lot higher, way higher than All Might's 3%. crime rate stuff. So, yeah. And Zuko's like, yeah, but I'm not a full-time one. I'm a half-time. Makes me of the anti-hero one. Part-time. And so Zuko goes to... So he did all of his classes, including, like, if he was a pro heroes. So they gave him, like, the certificate thing. Basically the same thing as... So now he's actually is a full-time pro hero. They just didn't give him that hunt stuff. So he is now a full-time pro hero that is, yeah. So, yeah. I like how when I created this what if, I just had the Flash, every speedster that I ever conjured up, like basically the like, where is he? Like the Flash that is like, he moves really fast, kind. I like how I took that concept and made a whole new character. But this is just a what if to demonstrate, like, his powers. So if you guys don't mind, and if you guys want me to do him or do the Silent Speedster as a separate character, but he is a DC character or Marvel's, depends on who would I pick. So, yeah. So if you guys really like this what if, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and do all that fun stuff down in the below, and don't hesitate to do it. So, peace out, Cub Scouts, and have a good night or day, depending on the time zones. Peace.